Like,
I need a grappler, please.
hey, that
I'm
character's
thinking
being
too
filthy.
much.
You're thinking too much. That's really funny.
I need to deal with like the fact that my brain, every now and then I like to turn off my brain and hit the grab button. And usually good things will happen if you do that with locks. But then you got to swing your sword and stuff. Like, what is this? Why can't I grab more?
Man, take me back. We gotta play.
Who we got here?
Play some workshops. So we got Hit the Griddy4Ukraine rocking the Orcane, and we got Zakc back on here once more.
Can you also tell me why Orcane has the best skins in the game?
I don't know, man.
The Abyssal Orcane skin is like phenomenal. The fact that it's still like laughing and it's like happy and stuff.
I played Orcane for like 2 weeks exclusively, specifically because of the clownfish costume. Like,
the clownfish costume is very good.
I loved beating people up as Nemo.
Yeah, try to find this.
Try to find this neutral.
Bad word. Just a little running down tilts and jabs, trying to go ahead and use that movement. My man HTG trying to do their best to just open this Clairen up. I feel like anytime in this matchup, Clairen can set 2 feet and just like control the flow of neutral, it gets super, super hard for Orcane. Orcane is like thrives on chaos. You want one hit and then you want to disengage.
Yeah, I mean, Griddy is such a fantastic player, and coming into Rivals, too, actually wasn't doing that hot at first, was a Fleet main at the very beginning. So it's nice that Griddy's finally found a character that works for them. Unfortunately, not the best character in the meta right now, but still having fantastic results. We saw Bicycle, I believe, getting 3rd at Hitfall.
Iota?
Or Iota, yes, that's right.
That was the best run I've seen in a minute and a half, by the way.
No, that was really cool to see. And yeah, this character has some stuff, has neutral air, down air.
Has movement.
Yeah, has movement on their side, can absolutely rack up that percentage as well with the forward air bubbles. And I also love just what you can do. All of the combos at low percent with like hitting the bounce with neutral air, so creative.
Oh yeah, that is kind of the do everything move. Like
Yeah.
Orcane neutral air is so phenomenal, and the fact that it can mix itself up too it's almost like 2 moves in one.
Yeah, it feels like Ike at the beginning of Smash Ultimate, where it was just the win.
Just does everything, yeah.
It was the win button. And
Doesn't get the
sometimes
grab,
that's all
doesn't
you
get the up tilt either though. This is the problem though. If you start whiffing against Clairen, this character has the tools to punish you every single time thanks to that range on the sword.
Yeah, and I don't think we've been, talking enough about how great Zakc has been doing in this match so far. Just not getting too flustered in any of these positions and being very comfortable using the hilt of the sword as well. A lot of Clairens can get stuck in the mindset of I need to space every move perfectly. But the fact that Zakc is willing to take maybe a little bit of a lighter punish just to make sure that they're able to get in those hits onto this Orcane, very admirable indeed.
Very true. It feels like the best, if I had to describe Zakc, it would be moderate. Zakc isn't really going for these greedy extensions. Just purely, I know I'm going to get my 1-piece, 2-piece, get out as needed. I'm pressing my advantage as hard as possible.
And we are still taking some risks, going for the up throw there instead of going for maybe the DI mix or something that's going to get you more stage positioning. We're going for tech chases off the platform. So I still love that we are inducing our own risk. But we're doing it in spots that are more advantageous for us, and we're mixing it up very well. That being said, Griddy struggling to get the kill right now. The neutral air, finding the up tilt into the neutral air, and it's like you said, that's the everything button. It combos, it kills, it'll do your taxes, and yeah.
Up tilt's kind of been the secret good move too.
Yeah.
Like, in this one, basically using the movement to just try to cross up with it too, using that low traction this character has.
Yeah, it's not used as much at lower percentages because it can get CC'd like very easily in reverse. But seeing it at higher percentages, just being used as the combo extender, very, very interesting as well. Now Griddy getting the pummel, getting some more damage. We get the up throw into the up air. Not going to find much else off of it.
Look at that movement though. Griddy is doing a very good job of being ambiguous of where Zakc needs to go to actually get any kind of a response going.
And the down strong is actually going to end up taking it. That reversal was completely unexpected, but you saw that damage getting extended with those consistent hit-fall up airs. It's a testament to how good Griddy was at Rivals 1, and just being able to utilize that movement to catch Zakc off guard, catch his landing, and to turn that game around.
And you know what the X factor was right there? Because that down strong was pivoted, you had all the momentum that carried you towards where Zakc was going.
Yeah, you had that little slide.
But that slide still started the hitbox over the puddles. That was an empowered down strong.
Oh, I didn't even realize the puddle was there.
The
Yeah.
puddle vanished. So if you had just done like a dash down strong in that situation, you're not going to be on the puddle when the hitbox starts up, so you're not going to get the empowered action, and it's definitely not going to kill. That was entirely one of those pivot slides that Orcane can do, where you carry your momentum into a pivot. It started on top of the puddle, took that power up, and then continued to slide into the hitbox. So these tiny, minute spacing interactions are so vital with Orcane when you have that resource on the ground.
It's so cool seeing like how much movement has been optimized in such a short amount of time. But that being said, we are going to get a character swap from Zakc over to Wrastor.
Oh no.
Now I know what you're thinking, right? We don't like the character swaps too much, but Zakc is the kind of person who's been able to swap between characters in different platform fighters, and just is so fundamentally good at platform fighters in general that I definitely believe it can happen. Like, they started playing random in Ultimate the last year that they were playing Ultimate, and they were still going like 5-2 and everything.
Jesus.
He's just one of those guys.
So I will say it's very interesting. Like I do think Wrastor wins this matchup just because this is a character in Orcane that has the ability to go really far off stage to get edge cards, but I have 5 jumps and a solid up B. So what does it actually matter? And then also this is a character with a higher gravity in Orcane. So we all know what Wrastor does in those situations to those characters.
Yeah, I also think it's going to be very difficult for Orcane to deal with that slipstream.
Oh, don't jump over that though. No fly zone.
Yeah, we're going to get that complete call out with the puddled, powered up strong. Still, though, we're going to be applying some pressure. Those forward airs. Good DI coming out from Griddy, not getting into a position where that aerial forward strong is going to really come into effect. We do get the slipstream, though. That's going to allow Zakc to be able to get up there, but just not in time to get that up strong in the air. We do find that down tilt as well. We have to get this kill, and this can be a little spot where Wrastor begins to struggle as well, but we get the special pummel into the down air on the platform. Still not going to be enough, and we have to find a way to get that kill. Griddy getting out of the special pummel, guessing correctly. Wrastor, I think, gets more out of almost anybody in the game. A lot for new players. Advice is that you should mash that B button. You don't want to let Wrastor get you up there because they can do some nasty stuff.
True enough, for sure. It does feel like that mechanic on my side. I feel like physical pummels need a little bit more because 8 damage is not worth like, oh, I'm going to die because special pummel's so good.
Yeah, it's universal and it's consistent, but maybe could be reworked at a later patch.
Yeah, I just want to see it deal more damage. I think it'd be fine if it dealt like 15. But like almost double, because otherwise, like every single time I'm at 120, I'm mashing special to make sure that I don't get Wrastor special pummel.
Yep, it's not like Ultimate too, where you get more pummels or whatever. You get the one.
Yep.
You just get the one. So. But now we're seeing Griddy continuing to extend this lead further and further. I don't necessarily hate the fact that we went for a counter pick, but it's not seeming to work out thus far. We did go for the early kill with the wing, but not going to find it there. Let's see if we can get the tech chase off, and both players DIing out of each other's jabs. We finally do see Griddy off stage with that forwarder. The momentum carries you so far off stage. It's so hard to punish, especially because it has that hitbox on the back of it too. It's very difficult to cover.
In addition, I have not seen Zakc making too much out of these slipstreams. It just feels like every time slipstream's out, we have not seen any of those long Wrastor combos that we are used to. This character typically drags any character in the cast all the way across the stage with just about every single aerial. But I think I struggled to recall a time where Zakc hit more than like 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, maybe relying off of our fundamentals a little bit too much. But that being said, the character that Zakc put a lot of time into before is Maple, so I am expecting good things out of this. This was a character that they played for about 4 or 5 months.
Did you catch the swap? Like confirmed? Did they swap to Maple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is one of the characters that I am most interested in because playing Lox has made me not understand how to play this character anymore. The heavyweight just drained my brain cells. I don't know what's happening.
And look at this right here, too. This swap working out a lot better for Zakc thus far, already getting a marked and a tether conversion, but... Oh,
has to up B in this spot. I don't think we have any resources left.
Yeah, using that wall jump to stall it out. We're still going to survive just a little bit. longer, but Griddy getting put into just such an incredible juggle state and having a hard time getting out of it. We do manage to slide and get the parry, and we also get the puddle down at the same spot. That's really cool.
This is just such a good matchup for Maple. It feels like this character in Orcane is at the perfect percentage to get hit by all of your shenanigans. Like, dash attack just works so well in this matchup in particular, because while this character's trying to pivot around or wave dash around, just toss out a long lingering hitbox that also sets up for all your combos. Why not?
Yeah, and it's also so difficult for Orcane to really play to their standard game plan of wanting to kind of run away just a little bit, create that space, because then you just get seeds tossed at you. You're going to get marked, you're going to get tethered, and you're going to have to deal with a 50-50 DI given at a moment's notice, and have to be so careful playing around that.
And also you get a little bit of what we saw right there, the fast faller privilege, where every now and then Maple can just hold down and make it so that it doesn't matter that I'm at 80, you're still not going to combo me.
Oh, and look at that plant too, getting the good chomp and an extra bit of percent. We're not going to convert off of it into an edge guard, but getting a little bit of extra damage. That being said, that forward throw and catching the no pressing a button, a little asleep at the wheel for that F-Strong. Griddy's going to stay alive, but we're going to have to see what comes out in order to get Griddy right back into the game. Or is Zakc going to take this one-handedly?
All right, seed is up. Oh, Lily went away at the worst possible time.
So unfortunate, but not really going to matter right there. Still able to clean it up with the edge guard.
And did you catch also one of the bigger changes in this matchup is that seeds now interact with projectiles. So seed will knock away the water spout. So you can't even set up your puddle as consistently because Maple can just cover it really risk-free with that neutral B.
Yeah, it's so hard to get consistently, but the fact that you're able to do it in the first place just is so brutal for Orcane in this matchup. It's just one more thing that you have to check off your list. We do find that up tilt into the back air though, but oh, we're getting reversaled off stage. This could be opportunity, but we're not going to cover the ledge.
Great sweet spot, Real. That was so good by Zakc.
Yeah, just snagging it at the very last moment. We are going to get that tether.
Is that?
Remarking Griddy up in the air. That's crazy.
Tether neutral B? Like, dog, I don't know what you're cooking, but I'm going to need a serving or two.
I wonder if you could have, like, tether neutral bead and then, like, carried Orcane to the top with an up air.
Tether, neutral bead, tether?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the new meta for Maple. But either way, this counter pick working out in droves for Zakc right there.
I mean, you're seeing right here why this character is just so good. It's the burst movement options. It's things like dashing back and forth and then using that side B. Like, Orcane just can't play around Maple's burst range as well at all. And we kind of have, not quite the salty run back, but that was a very quick counter pick.
Yeah, and with limited exceptions, I don't know if Orcane has the tools and the frame data to actually be able to react in time to things like that Maple dash attack and really be able to get in there.
You want to play defensively in this matchup. You want to go ahead and set up the bubbles and just have the ability to respond by cutting off some of these grounded approach options from Maple. The problem really is that how do you set up on a character with this dash speed?
Yeah, it's so tough to be able to get in there, and I think the biggest tool that you have in your arsenal is that Maple is very light, so you do have to take advantage as much as you can of getting those early setups and kills with those empowered bubbles as much, or those empowered puddles as much as possible. It's really the best tool that you have. Nice parry. This is going to lead for an opportunity that F-Strong not really going to do a whole lot, but going to get that consistent damage. We're going to see these puddles come out and zone Zakc out once more. This match looking a lot better for Griddy. We are going to have that tether as a resource, but we are able to grab ledge there as well. And I also love that down air covering the platform as well so that Griddy couldn't follow him up there.
We've started to see a little bit of the adaptation. The edge trapping has been phenomenal, but it just hasn't resulted in a stock. Zakc's Maple has been on another level.
Yeah, that neutral are not going to take it off the stage just yet, and we are able to snag the ledge. Griddy's been looking like they've been flubbing a little bit of these ledge situations, and that may be like the Rivals 1 sort of effect coming into play, because that's a new situation that those players have to deal with.
Don't you love when stray hits like lead into death with that up B? Like, that uppercut is so brutal sometimes.
How is Maple just like not the best character all the time?
Because every now and then you just get turned off.
Yeah.
Also, Clairen is actually a bad matchup.
Yeah.
That swords beat this character, unfortunately. You don't have a sword? Oh, you have to scrap with me? You don't want to scrap with me, dog.
It feels like just a slightly worse version of Sonic. Just a little bit.
The character can be super defensive, but I'm happy that the meta hasn't really done that too much. Like, even Plup's win, Plup was playing pretty reactively, but wasn't like super hard camping with it.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show like how cool of a direction this game is going.
No! That is why you go Air Armada. Counter pick coming in clutch.
Yeah, that was so good. Unfortunately, Zakc getting a little over-aggressive, and now a game that was like pretty solidly in his favor, completely turning around off of that just one interaction.
And this is when Maple can actually struggle, because if your opponent is dash backing, that can really, really exploit your limited range. Particularly like this character in Orcane has some options from like the smash attack to the down tilt to really punish Maples who are trying to be too over-aggressive.
Yeah,
Look at this, already 70%. Griddy is not just trading with Zakc, Griddy is winning.
Oh, what a tech coming out from Zakc, getting that survivability and using that down air to cover once again, but this set could be over at a moment's notice. Just one empowered Upstrong. We get that neutral air tech onto the platform where we're looking for the Upstrong there, not gonna find it, but we do find that tether as well. We get him marked once more, and we have the plant out to help us out on deck, but Zakc just one hit away from death, and this character super duper light, so not gonna have much gas left in the tank. We're gonna have to use every single possible tool that we can. That Nair's gonna send off stage, and Griddy looking for the finisher, not finding it quite yet. Zakc just barely hanging on, but we have to get this stock as quickly as possible if we want to bring it to game 5.
Couple times in a row now, Zakc has had opportunities to get stocks with tech chases, but instead finally gets an offstage interaction to go his way. All right, Griddy now in a commanding position. Just don't get over aggressive. Just that's exactly what we need to do. Just keep underneath Maple and keep the punish game strong.
Yeah, catches that double jump. I mean, there really wasn't much that Zakc could have done in that position. We were doing our best to scramble around, and we didn't just want to keep dash attacking over and over again. That's susceptible to CC, and we're not really able to continue to do that. So we tried jumping over. That didn't work. And at the end of the day, the better player ended up taking it. And in a matchup that is